Hi, everyone. Welcome back from spring break. I hope that you had a good time. I know personally, um, I did not get very many things done off of my to do list, but I did actually have some fun at home. My house is probably the cleanest it's been in years. Um, and um, I had a lot of fun going outside and going for walks and hikes with my kids and my husband. So I hope you were able to do some enjoyable things as well. I just wanted to give you a couple of updates and then let you get to your work. So I have the agenda up on the screen right now. You can sort of see what we're going to be focusing on this week is 111 and 112. Because of the new block schedule, we'll be meeting only every other day. So we'll be Tuesday and Thursday this week. There's no school on Friday. It's a religious holiday for Christians. And then um, also, I just want to do a quick update about the AP exam that's coming up. And so, if you want to watch this later, I'll save it for you, and you can watch it later if you're not up for listening about it right now. First things first, they have announced the test day. The test day is going to be on May 15th at 11 a.m. And it's going to cover, like I said, units 1 through 6. So I listed everything for you. So you'll notice that we're finishing up D, so later Europe and Americas. We should be able to finish that um, at least a week before the actual exam with this every other schedule. They did announce what the test questions are going to be like. So they're at FRQ1 and FRQ6 example. And so I'll have examples of that for you as well, and I'll post those for you. And so the first one is a 25-minute essay to write, and you have 5 minutes to upload it. And then the next one is a 15-minute one to write, and you have 5 minutes to upload it. And then the really cool thing is we'll have results within 2 weeks, no later than May 26th. So I can even use that as final exam grade if I choose to. Doesn't mean I will, but they're going to make that available to teachers. And also, you'll be able to get your test results a lot faster than normal. So, things that we know about the exam, you're going to be able to use your notes and books and online searches for the actual exam. The one thing you can't do is you can't get any aid from a classmate or from me. They're going to scan your work for plagiarism. So if it looks like you just cut and paste from Khan Academy, they'll catch it. Um, no questions will be based on something that you can just Google. There's a lot of inference and supporting your claims with evidence. So the questions are based on comparison of imagery, looking for similarities and differences, and then also being able to show continuity or change within an artistic tradition. So I have examples of those. So you'll be doing some comparisons, some actual comparisons, and then thinking about characteristics and using them to apply them to a work of art. Your work, your essay can be handwritten or typed. So you have those choices. If you decide to handwrite, you will have to take a photo or a screenshot and upload those. That can be easily done on an iPhone or another kind of phone. And so I can have a tutorial on how to do that. You can also do a uh, probably take a photo with your Chromebook if you wanted to. There will be a timer posted on the screen. It can be taken off if it's distracting, but the important thing to know is that if you don't do it within the time allowed, you can't upload your essay. So they are suggesting that you keep the timer on. And once your questions are submitted, you can't go back in and edit them. So, the types of questions that you're going to have, we are going to be practicing in discussion. So, when we first went to remote learning, I assumed that we would have a discussion every other day, but there's no way we'll get done by May 15th if we do that. So, I'm going to do probably about once a week discussion. And so, we will practice in our discussion questions the essay format that we're going to be using. So you'll hopefully get really familiar with that. Also through AP Live, you'll have examples of that as well. And so the long essay is where you're going to be using your ability to compare two works of art. The first artwork is required and part of the image set. And then the second one is one that you select. And just like any 30-minute essays, they always give you examples of things that you can select. Um, and so there's things that you'll do, like use specific relevant evidence to explain how the works are similar and how they're different to convey meaning. And then you're also going to be looking at evidence to explain the meaning or the significance of similarities between the two works of art. Question 2 is going to be a short essay, and that's the continuity and change essay. And that's where you're going to be able to explain how or why an art demonstrates continuity of a style or a change within an artistic tradition or practice. And then also analyzing meaning or significance in art historical context. And so here's an example of the long essay. So you have behind my head here, there's an image of Augustus of Prima Porta. So they're going to give you an image of him and they tell you some information about him. And then they're going to have you select and completely identify another artwork depicting a ruler in which iconography communicates ideal or political power or authority. And then you can select from the following. Now, keep in mind that that's something that you can Google. So you're not going to get points for your identification, but you're going to get points for that it communicates power and authority. So you have to choose your artwork very carefully. Then you're going to be using visual evidence to explain how from both works, what their similarities are and how they communicate power and authority. You're going to look for at least one difference, and then you're going to use specific contextual evidence. Now, keep in mind, this is just an example. This is not the actual AP exam question. So that's the long essay. And so this is the one that's worth the most points and takes the longest to complete. The next one is also going to probably have an image for you to look at. And so they have the Great Mosque of Denje for you in Mali. And then they're going to be looking at how it's similar to other mosque designs. So one thing they're going to have you do is describe two materials or techniques used in the construction of this mosque, and then using specific evidence, explain how the architectural features of the Great Mosque of Denje demonstrate continuity within global conventions of mosque architecture. So you're going to think about all those other mosques that we've compared and then be able to do that. Now, just know that part of Islam is in the 250 or the new set of artworks, and some of it is out of the artwork. So it is possible to have some mosques in the 250. I don't assume that they will because so much of it is not. It's in Asia rather than in Europe. But then also using specific evidence of how and why the architectural features of Denje are different based on global conventions of mosque architecture. Like I said, I kind of fumbled through that, but these will be posted for you so that you have examples of them. And then issues and questions. If you have poor or no internet service, probably have some internet service if you're watching this, there is going to be some tech help for AP. So if you have poor service, I would definitely reach out. If you have a lot of lagging, it goes offline a lot, I would reach out. The school can probably help you out with this as well, but AP is going to make sure that everyone's able to take the test either on a computer, Chromebook, tablet, or phone. And so they have this website for you to go to, so this will be hyperlinked there. Also, remember that they have the AP Live, a YouTube channel devoted to review and to new class information. And so they're also going to have practice exam style questions, as well as a daily update of new material at 12 Central every single day for AP Art History. All your other courses, you're going to have updates there as well. They'll release a testing guide by late April. If you have a disability that gives you extended time, it will be automatically updated on your test. So if you get more time, just know that you'll go beyond that 45 minutes. And then AP will also release a simulation of the process for you before the exam date so that you'll have a chance to practice. Obviously, if you have any other questions or concerns, you can reach out to me through Remind or through email. So feel free to review this, and then we'll keep practicing as we go through the rest of the semester. Have a great first week of e learning. Bye.